If you like your comedy short, fast, and funny, you've come to the right place. Comedy Time presents QuickLaffs, guaranteed to make you laugh in 30 seconds or less.
I was thinking when you get your new cell phone, people, it's like getting a new boyfriend or girlfriend, because everything's fun and new and exciting, and then after you learn how to push all the buttons, you just want to upgrade to a new one.
I got dumped the worst way because I took my glasses off. Yeah, right, that's messed up, right? I go, hey, babe, what we gonna do today? And she was like, oof. She was like, I chose wrong. I was so mad, I leaned in, I was like, I'm blind, not deaf. I can hear.
You know, and this wasn't your average dumping either, okay? I got dumped by a black Republican. Yeah, that's like getting dumped by a unicorn. I was like, you can't break up with me, I don't even believe in you.
I don't like the new insurance I got, I really don't, man. You made me change my dentist, I got a new dentist now. I went to my new dentist office, can you believe this? My dentist teeth is messed up, can you believe that? Like, how your dentist need a dentist? What type of mess is this? My dentist is snaggletooth. He got a missing tooth here, a yellow tooth here, a crooked tooth. I want my dentist smile to be good, that's what I want, you know. I went in, sat down, he all smiling in my face, came in, hey, how you doing today, buddy? What's going on? What can I do for you? Like, you can go get my copay back, because I'm out of here. Get your mouth together before you look at my mouth.
Y'all, with that one kid, you so worried, you see him at the park, oh, you're gonna fall, oh, I'm gonna save you. You take pictures of him doing everything, oh, look at him take the poo-poo, look at him take a step, You got 2 or 3 kids, that third one, you ain't even got no picture of him. You don't even care what he look like. I've seen this movie, this ain't nothing to me,
Thank you guys. So my name's Robert Punchur, which is okay. I think I'd like it better if my first name was Richard, though. Because then I'd be Dick Punchur. You guys imagine that? Like go into a party where you don't know me, just hearing someone yell out like, yo guys, Dick Punchur's here. You're like, what? Why?
I am single. It's been so long since I've had a steady girlfriend that this year for Christmas, Mom and Dad, they got me Match.com, the dating website. Folks, nothing more awkward than when you're sitting there under the Christmas tree and Mom and Dad just got you Match.com and you have to say, Mom, Dad, I already have that.
I'm bad with women, I really am. I live in New Jersey. I brought this girl on a date recently. Brought her to this nice overlook of the Manhattan skyline. I was like, oh, this is going really well. This is romantic. She asked me something. She goes, oh, do you bring all your girls here? Which is not a good question. That's not like, hey, do you want some ice cream? That's a good question. So what I tried to respond with was, oh yeah, totally all the time. I'm a total player. Deflect the question with sarcasm. But what I really said was, yeah. Yes, like, I wasn't sarcastic enough. I tried to go back and add more sarcasm. You can't do that. I was like, yeah, all the girls I have sex with, this is where it happens. Get ready.
Any good relationship, and this is what my wife told me, any good relationship comes down to communication or I don't know, I wouldn't listen to her. She would be like, ga, 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 ga. You know, hello, the TV's on, hello, ga, 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 ga.
Stalking's so easy now with MySpace, you know, which I love MySpace. I actually I found my cousin on MySpace, and I discovered that she is a total slut. Seriously, I added her as a friend, and my computer got a virus.
My last girlfriend was a lot younger than me. That's why we didn't work out, you know. As a matter of fact, she actually was born the year I graduated high school. So when I got my diploma, she got her birth certificate all in the same month. It was just... And I remember the first time we were making love, and I'm spanking her, and I'm like, who's your daddy? She goes, you went to school with him. My bad. Anyway.
I'm also a little excited because I recently celebrated a birthday, which is pretty cool, yeah. On my birthday, my buddies got me a cake. Yeah. And a stripper popped out of it. Yeah. And I was like, is there a backup cake or are you guys just teasing?
But the weirdest part about Wonder Woman is that she would always fly around in an invisible jet, right? So she would be in the air, just like sitting down, and there was this whole jet around her. And when I was a little kid, I didn't even know that that jet was there. I just thought that because she was a girl, she had to fly sitting down. It was very confusing for me. It was a very confusing time.
Yeah, it's not going, so I tried the dating thing. Went on a blind date the other day, and I kind of wish I was blind. She was ugly, man. She looked like Chewbacca from Star Wars. I couldn't even be a gentleman. I tried to be a nice guy and make a good first impression. You know what I mean? Open the door for her. I said, hey, girl, how you doing? She gonna get all upset and start crying.
I just got my GED. With a GED, there's no graduation. My graduation picture is the mailman handing my GED.
I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago. I'm staying at the hotel. I'm like on the 14th floor. And right at the elevator, right where you push the buttons to call the elevator, was a metal plaque above the buttons, a metal plaque sign that said, in case of fire, do not use elevator, use the stairwell. And then right underneath that, it was written in Braille. I think that's mean. So let's just say there is a fire. You know that metal plaque's gonna get hot. This poor guy, I smell smoke. Ow, son of a bitch. It's like he's reading a waffle iron, you know? It's just a...
So I was eating McDonald's while watching The Biggest Loser, right? And, don't do that, don't. Because you feel bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt bad, I threw it away. But you guys seen The Biggest Loser, right? Like, those people on that show, those people are fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm fat, but those people are like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like those people are so big, they look like they need deodorant under every roll. That's all I'm saying, right? I felt bad, I threw it away. But then I switched it to the Food Network channel, right? And I got hungry and dug it out the garbage. I was like, you know what?
A little bit about myself. My name's Jaye. I'm a licensed real estate agent. Got quiet in here? Nobody's impressed by that no more, man. See, that's what I miss about real estate, man. I used to like meet girls like, I'm Patrick Jaye, broker. Now I'd be like, I'm Patrick Jaye, just broke. The best people I used to go to the club, make it rain, man. Y'all know how to make it rain, like you take money, just throw it in the air like you don't care. Or you take drinks and pour drinks on women just because you got it like that. I used to do that. I can't do that now. Now what I do when I go to the club, I make it mist. How you make it mist? You take your drink, you put your fingers in it, and start sprinkling on chicks like, there you go, girl. Bowling. Here you go, girl. If it's payday and I got some extra change, I'm giving out whole straws. Like, here you go, girl. Open up your mouth. That's for you. Like, what's that, Daddy? That's ice water. That's the kind of money I got.
Still pretty broke. Never really grew out of that. Matter of fact, I was watching YouTube just the other day because my cable had just got cut off. And then my YouTube got cut off because apparently my neighbor forgot to pay the internet bill.
Thanks. You guys know when you're at a party and you're drinking and there's other people drinking? It's a table that everyone puts their drinks on, so you put your drink on. Then you're not paying attention, you go to grab your drink, but you accidentally grab someone else's drink, and you kind of think it's someone else's, but you take it anyway. That's how my dad used to pick me up from school. It's not funny, that's messed up.
I read an article that said the only thing in America harder than being gay is being black. I'd rather be black so I wouldn't have to tell my parents.
My brother called me last night to complain that his teenage daughter dresses too sexy because she doesn't wear a bra and she should, and her shirt never covers her belly, and half the time her butt crack is exposed. It made me realize that my dad dresses too sexy. Dad, you're a skank.
My favorite holiday of all time. Been going down to West Hollywood since I was a tyke. Still go. Love it. My favorite thing about Halloween is the costumes. And my favorite costume of all time is chubby girls in skinny girl outfits. That is the best look, ladies. It is like, what are you supposed to be? I'm a sexy elf. Oh, I thought you were an open can of biscuit dough.
Was Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad repeated this week there are no homosexuals in Iran. Really? Really, Mahmoud? This is the guy who makes all Iranian women cover their faces so he only sees men. I think we found one homosexual in Iran.
You see, you guys, I'm from Canada. Okay, thank you, all right. Now, what is interesting is whenever I tell people that, people usually ask me, so Ed, how long have you been in Canada? Which I quickly learned is really another way of saying, so where are you really from, Chinaman?
I started doing this thing called Insanity. It's this workout, you know, on videos, whatever. It's kind of like the P90X, whatever. So I have my little nephew that stays with me sometimes, and I'm doing the workout, and he's like, yeah, I do it with you. And he's trying to motivate me, but the little kids say like the funniest things, right? Because I'm doing the exercise like, yeah, come on, Theo, let's do it. So that way your chichis can go away. And I'm like, what the hell? You know? And since I stopped drinking, I started letting my hair grow out as motivation, because I'm not gonna cut my hair until I get like, you know, a six-pack, until I get in shape. And I told my nephew that. He's like, oh yeah, Papa, I'm not gonna cut my hair until I get a six-pack. He's like, you gonna drink again? I go, no, Papa. A six-pack is when I get muscles in my stomach. And he had this sad face. I'm like, why are you sad? He goes, man, you're never gonna cut your hair.
That's what we do, is spank kids. They don't have to be our own kid. Anybody's kid. Walking by, getting an attitude, hey, watch your mouth. Who told you could talk like that? Huh? Who said, oh, look, now you want to cry? Oh, you were a tough guy a minute ago. Get up. Get up. Go tell your mom I spanked you. Go ahead. Go tell her, hey, lady, come get your kid. I did you a favor. Go tell her. I don't care.
This is how I always dress. We have a very strict dress code. This is it. This is how I've looked every single day my entire life. My friends never say to me, hey David, you look nice today. Because this is how I looked yesterday. What my friends say is, hey David, you look nice forever.
I drove down here with a couple of the other comics, and we actually got stuck in traffic behind this guy with a vanity plate, and the vanity plate said James 7. And my buddy was like, dude, you think that means he's got 7 cars? No, man. No one's 7th car is a 94 Corolla. The hood is a different color than the rest of the car. I was like, I bet that James 7 is to let everyone in the trailer park know what number he was when he played high school football.
Anybody with teen boys knows that's like talking to Stallone. They walk in from school, how are you, buddy? What's up? How was your day? You hungry? My daughter's totally different story. They walk in from school and it's just drama, backpack down, door open. Oh my God! I was at school today. This girl's like looking at me. I'm like, whatever. If you don't acknowledge them, they don't go away. They just take it up like 10 notches. My daughters will go full-blown chicken head to get your
I'm married. I know the first thing that people notice is that I'm not wearing my wedding ring, and that's for the simple fact that if something better comes along, I am out of there so fast his head will spin. He's earned it though. Like, he says things when I go away to do work. He's like, last week, honey, when you're famous and you're on the Tonight Show, are you gonna give me some credit for all the crap I have to put up with? And I said, of course, sweetie, I'm gonna tell them my ex-husband was extremely supportive in the beginning. You are adorable. He doesn't really like the joke anymore, and my boyfriend hates it, so.
I grew up in Missouri. Exactly. Yeah. A lot of times people in California are like, Missouri, gross. Misery, disgusting. And it's cool, I'm used to that reaction. See, the problem with people in California is that they think, until you get to New York City, the rest of the country is just an extension of Bakersfield. And they're right. So right.
I hate how the iPhones always try and like autocorrect what you say, like they know better than you know what you're trying to say. I was dating this girl a few months ago, and I texted her. We were planning a trip. I texted her, "You have to call about the hotel." And this is a true story. It showed up as, "You have to kneel before the Fuhrer." That's how I found out my ex-girlfriend's a neo-Nazi.
So we get going down the road, and I was speeding through a school zone. Don't do that, guys, because you will get pulled over. And I tell Braden in the back, as I'm being pulled over, I tell Braden, I'm like, look, you got to be really quiet. I was speeding through a school zone. I'm gonna try and get out of this ticket. He's like, I got you, Dad. I'm not gonna say a word. So the cop comes up to the window. He says, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" And before I could say anything, this faint voice in the background said, "He was speeding in a school zone." He was speeding in a school zone, and I think you should give him a ticket. Because he's my dad.
Have you ever cop follow you for so long, you forget where the hell you going? I'm serious. One time I was driving, this is no lie, I was driving one night, cop got behind me and my partner, and you brothers, you Latin brothers know too, when you get the cop behind you, don't you get sober? You're like, oh shoot! What's wrong? Man, there's a cop behind us! Where did he come from? And you know how it is, you start trying to do everything nice, put the seat up, put the seatbelt on. This cop kept following us like 30 minutes. I passed my crib. I was like, man, where we go? He said, I don't know. I was like, well, where are we? He said, we on the 15 freeway. I said, well, look, let's just go to Vegas. He ain't gonna follow me to Vegas.
It's just one of those jobs you'd be shocked if you didn't get. Like if you applied to work for a fair or traveling carnival and you didn't get the job. How would that interview end? Well, I'm sorry, sir, but we were looking for somebody a little bit more perverted to operate the tilt-a-whirl. Maybe somebody with 3 teeth instead of 4. Or out on bail instead of parole, but we'll hang on to your application.
So I notice immigration is a big sensitive issue here. Politicians don't get it. Congress wants to build a 700-mile wall along the Mexican border to keep out illegals. Isn't the border longer than that? I checked. It's 1,498 miles. They could come round the side. Russia lost the Cold War, but at least the Berlin Wall crossed all of Berlin. It's not the Great Wall of 2/3 of China.
We were shopping for a baby crap, right? At Babies R Us, or what I like to call Mordor. And we're looking for cribs, you know? And she's like, "What do you like better, the pine crust espresso or the hazelnut cream?" I'm like, I don't care. Pick one. That one. Why that one? Because I'm looking at it. I don't know. I don't care. I can't pretend to care. It's like if someone had a gun to your head right now, which one would you pick? I would beg them to pull the trigger. Because I want out of Babies R Us so bad right now, I would take death.
I went to Canada. You ever go there on purpose? Wow. It's, I swear it was like going back in time. Like I got there, I felt like I should thank Marty McFly for the ride. It was so, it's like 1978 in Canada. That's the only way I can explain it.
And this is a nice place to perform at. I'm telling you, some of the places we perform at, what would you call them, dumps. I'm serious, I have to ask a homeless dude. I'm like, "Hey, is this a comedy club or what?" What day is it?" "It's Wednesday, man." "Oh, yeah, they do comedy on Wednesdays." "All right, well, what do they do on the other nights?" "Oh, it's a crack house, yeah."
You know, I had to go help my parents the other day. I had to help them get rid of their old console TV. You guys know what a console TV is? Huh? Anyone? Used to have a rotary knob on it to change the channel. But the dial had broken off years ago. So my dad would always take the knob off of the stove. Yeah. Hey, sitting there in the living room watching TV. "Hey, Marcos, mijo, we're in the people's car." "Okay, papi, what channel is it on?" "I think it's Embrollo."